Hello, everyone in the chat tonight. What a lovely, calm, clippity cloppity night you're currently listening to Eterna City Night theme, which is the chillest song that I could think of to get started with. So tonight we are going to be working on the thumbnail. Also, by the way, of course, as always, let me know if there are any issues with the stream, audio-wise, music-wise, me-wise, whatever you might have a concern with. I would love to hear it. But yeah, let's pull up the actual thing. Boop. There we go. So this is what I've been working on so far. So this is, here you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse. No, you cannot. Okay. Things that I could check in the future, but, here, I'll just, this, woo, yeah, there, this, is the sort of sketch, well, this is the line art phase. If we go into, here, let me open up my, okay, I'll hide the line art. You can see just sort of from the beginning how I roughed this out a bit. I don't know where that is. One of those sketches not on? Oh, there. Okay, there we go. So this is what I started with, right? And you can even see that the positions of these aren't super lined up. And this is just sort of how I block things out. Just get the general positions in, how I want the characters to look and face, and then whoops, and also rule of thirds. And then let's see if I close that and bring the rough line art back. You can see I just sort of get the general shapes and some basic ideas of how I want stuff to work. Music good? Is music good, everybody? Is my voice good? But yeah, so basically what I'll probably goal tonight at the very least is to get through the line art stage, going through the actual vector layer. I haven't actually drawn on a vector layer with this. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, and I haven't used that. This is sort of the first big thing I've made with Clip Studio Paint. In the past I've used GIMP, and sorry, the music. I got caught up in the imagining of the music. But I don't remember what I was saying. But basically the last steps are final line art and then color. And also these character designs from Ragnarok Online, which is the fic that the next Hacks and Slash is going to be about, are based roughly on designs from the actual game, which is why some of them look a little... Some of them are choices that I would not have made. But why don't we get started? Let's see how I can do this. Let's see, we'll start with you right here. Oh, you can see it when... Oh, you can kind of see it. Oh yeah, you can see the mouse. Okay, that's good. It's just on my little viewer, my little preview thing, you can't see it as well. So let's just zoom in here on this. I think it looks a little blurry, partially because I think all of these started out smaller. Whew, that was a pretty good line right off the bat. Oh yeah, I gotta remember. I usually do Control Z to undo, but I just realized that I have buttons on this drawing tablet, and so I can just press a button. I don't know if you can hear me press the button, but instead of reaching over to my keyboard to do undo, I can just leave my finger here. It makes things a lot easier. So, if you are unfamiliar with digital art, it is a lot of redrawing the same line over and over again. How does that look? I don't know. I want it to be a little more out, I think. You can also tell that I am not necessarily very good. I think I'm going to do the sort of style that I did with the Shadow the Hedgehog and the Mystery of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Where is... Oh, no, not that one. What did I name? And no. You. Okay, yeah. Is like this sort of not connected line style, right, where I'm not connecting it. It makes it just a little bit easier for me with my current skill level, and then also I think there, you know, there's a bit of stylization to it. I think that, you know, sometimes I gotta make changes. Like, I think this should hang down a little bit more directly vertical. I think we can come out a little bit more. There we go. So how's everybody doing tonight? Played any good video games in recent times? I've played a lot of Mega Man, but I don't necessarily want to talk too much about that because we've got a podcast to record soon, and I'll probably talk a lot about it then. But I'm happy to talk about that, or if there's anything on your minds. What's up with the peeps tonight? Hair is nice because you can just kind of like go bloop, bloop. You kind of want it to look a little messy, maybe, even. And I can always, you know, go back and edit around with some of this stuff, too. Oh yeah, I saw you were playing Spiritfarer, Dana. What's that been? Like, what is that about, even? I don't know about that game. I think I may have just heard it on, I've been listening to The Besties, which is 2/3 McElroy Brothers podcast. I think I'm gonna have to freestyle the hair a little bit here. I want to get the rest of the face in, though. Dude, this can be a little bit more. Yeah, it is. I don't know if I can change the delay while the stream is going. I set it on normal latency. I probably could have put it on, like, high latency. Or, like, no, it's not high latency, but, I don't know if there's a way I can change that during the stream. I don't think there is. Stream health. The stream is healthy. Yeah, I cannot change it. But... speak through the Mega Man, through the wave of Mega Man. Speak through that. Yeah. Good note for the future that normal latency is a lot. I don't like that. Oh, that's nice. And maybe a little more curved. One more point. Come on in there. Hair is going to be all black coming into this, so I'm not super worried about, like, I should really get myself more lead in, since it's going to just be covered in black anyway. Ooh, there we go. That's more of what I wanted. Yeah. Then we'll just... Foot. There we go. That. How's that look? We might change that bang a little bit. That's a little low. Play Estella, a new Spiritfarer, a person who helps people pass on after they die. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have heard a bit about that. Yeah, now I know the game you're talking about. Yeah, it's like... It's a little dark, but not quite as dark as you would think, given the premise, is my understanding. Right? Because you're, like... sort of helping people come to terms with their death, or like unfinished business type stuff. I think that's not really a spoiler. That's what people who have talked about the game, who I would trust not to give spoilers, have said about it. Get these bangs. Alright, I can, it's a good start. I like that. Let's see what that looks like without the... Yeah, I can do that. Thanks, John. Thanks for the support. I will draw that thumbnail. Now that I have your support, I will definitely draw that thumbnail. I think it does, from what I have sort of heard, it does at some point get like a little deep or like existential. And that can be like, you know, depending on how you are feeling in current times, that could be a bit much. Or, you know, even just like, ooh, yeah, that's a nice curve. Get in there. See how that looks. Actually, that last line wasn't that bad. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Yeah. Need to look more like a continuation. Maybe I'll just... It's a little wobbly. I think I can like do line transform. I need to like actually figure out how to use some of these tools. No, okay, that's not the button. Object control point. Let's try. Oh yeah, there we go. Can I just like... pull you out just a bit, and then pull you out just a bit. See how this works. Sort of cheating the system a bit, huh? Yeah, that's better. I might go in and erase some of the thickness later. I think I can do that. Yeah, I've been playing through the Mega Man Legacy, well, the Mega Man X Legacy collection. Hope I'm drawing on the right layer. I am, good. Okay. The Mega Man X Legacy collection, and then also the Mega Man, go back to pencil, Zero ZX Legacy collection, which, if you are interested in the Zero series, the Zero ZX Legacy collection is absolutely the buy for you. I impressed myself. I don't usually get the eyes the way I want them so quickly. Actually, that one might have been okay. Yeah, might erase a little bit there, but that's fine. Because it's got the original Zero. There's like a DS Zero collection that only has like a super easy mode where it basically unlocks all the power-ups all the time, and it's a little bit just like trivial. This one like basically gives you like infinite continues and infinite like checkpoints within certain, but the checkpoints are predetermined. You don't get to pick them yourself, so it's not exactly like save state, but it helps get rid of some of the frustration of, you know, gaming over in those games, because it's kind of rough. Favorite episode of the GCPC? I really like the musical episode, though like audio-wise, it's still in sort of the rough period of my early audio. I don't know if this is gonna look right. I think maybe I should just do the curve and then add the eye stuff in later. I need to use my arm more. That's the one that comes to mind the most. I'm also a big fan of Fight Diana, which includes the bit where we argue about the zombie apocalypse. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, I think I should be able to go in and... Actually, let's test that right now. See if we can just Yeah, okay. Oops. Okay, I need to lift up my pen more. It's a little weird because of the thing, but hopefully coloring it in will... In fact, I'll just shave off more, and then when I color it in, I can hit the curve the way that I want it to on that. I actually want to add in a little bit more here too. Can I keep reaching for the control key? And then also the what is it? I think it's 112. I may have already said this, but where James and I, and I think John too, argue about Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Yahoo Galaxy. I don't know. I've got like 2 hours of music pulled up, though we can switch tracks if like I really like this. I could listen to this like forever. But I've got like a couple other tracks pulled up on YouTube that we can listen to, and if anybody has any calm music requests, we can do that. But aside from that, until everybody around is like, I'm done, no more, please, or you know, I finish, or I don't know, maybe like 2 hours. We'll see how I feel. Whoop. Uh-oh. I hope it's saving. Okay. I don't like it when it hangs, so I'm just going to save that real quick. It's supposed to auto-save. This should be built into this. Okay. How does that look? Yeah, that looks like about what I wanted it to. Maybe a little bit more up here. I think it does look a little weird with the line art behind it, but once I take the line art out, and then I'll color in those eyes so they look better. And then with the hair colored in, that should all look good. Okay. Now let's get into the actual costume. I'm going to need to pull up the reference for this bit. Yeah, she's got like this flowy, like, I don't know what you call it. Is it a cardigan? I don't know. I feel like cardigans usually go lower. Because it doesn't really... I think I've actually drawn it a lot lower than it actually goes. Because it doesn't really reach her waist in the reference image. But this thing over here, from her shoulder. Gotta remember I've got my undo button. So like, yeah, that goes there. Actually, I don't like that tangent. Maybe get that, and we'll let this go down a little bit further. Yeah, I can clean that up later. And that helps with the tangent a bit. My art, it's just to differentiate easily. So when I'm going over it, I can very clearly tell what is background rough line art and what is the final line art. I sort of do the same. So like the sketch stage is like usually a thinner gray, because I usually, when I'm sketching things out, I just make a lot of lines and then you can find the line in there. And then I shift to green, so that differentiates from the first really rough sketch, and then I go back to black for the final, because I have not really done enough with colored line art to justify sort of using it in like a not professional. Professional is probably saying a bit much there, but I'll fill it in with color. That's the other thing, is I can always add color. Something else I should probably mess around with more, I have not done this, is like, whoop. Should rotate the canvas more. Okay, yeah, like that better. Is there like a return to, yeah, there we go. It's not, like, technically, if I was doing, like, characters that, like, overlapped each other, I would want to differentiate the line art so I knew who was who sort of clearly at the line art stage before, okay, let's do the control point transform. Pull that in a bit. There we go. And there, that's a little much. Nope, nope. Go back. It also just kind of looks nice to me. It helps me sort of like what I'm doing and sort of differentiate stages and stuff like that. Again, with the Shadow the Hedgehog and the Mystery of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon thumbnail, Shadow and Eevee were like overlapping, and so in that case, having their line art be different color, I think I did that in that. If I didn't, I should have. What helps differentiate like who I'm drawing, whose line art is whose, and how things are intersecting. Especially because, you know, you may end up moving characters around. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's almost like I kind of know what I'm doing. This is like the opening of her cuff. There we go. So it's fine. Okay, again with the, I've drawn myself into some tangents. I think what I'm gonna do is I'll shorten that hair up. Let's do that now, actually. So when I'm talking about tangents, it's basically what, to my understanding, is like basically making lines that are too ambiguous. Is there something wrong with the color of this? Why doesn't it match? It's weird. Hold on. Oh, I need to redo. Hold on. Hitting undo too many times. Okay, what I'll do is, probably because I'm going fast and then slow. Again, I haven't worked with vectors very much, so it's a good learning experience. I want to make this a little shorter. I did see your question. I just want to finish this train of thought before I lose it. Yep. Yeah, we'll bring the other one. We should honestly maybe just bring all of these up a little bit, actually. A lot of my initial like artistic inspiration, just like generally, not even specific to drawing necessarily, was from comics. I read a lot of like books of newspaper comic compilations when I was young. And from there, let's keep these even shorter. There we go. Let's bring that a little bit. There. Okay, I can make that work. Maybe bring this in a little bit. I'm gonna rotate again. So like Calvin and Hobbes, Peanuts. That's where a lot of my original sorts of sense of humor sensibilities came from. And then you can see that a lot in like if you are ever able to sort of find anything early that I did. I think this is supposed to be a thumb. Just do it like that. There we go. Hold on. Getting those fingers in. Let's rotate again. Ooh. Yeah, that's the style. That's the kind of style that I like. sharpen you in a little more, maybe. Well, that even kind of looks like a wrist by accident. So like, I really like simplified style stuff, and I think that sort of goes in with like other inspiration. Like if you go into like animation, a lot of like cartoons, because like a lot of mainstream cartoons, right? They need to be like set up so that, you know, everything's easy to draw, right? You can, like, Steven Universe, I think, is something you could probably pretty clearly see in my style. I was really into that when it was live, and I still think it's good. Definitely was my favorite cartoon while it was airing. I try not to, like, hang on to stuff like that. I still think it's very good, but, like, if something's not actively airing. Yeah, the cuff is a little weird. Let me look at the reference again. It's supposed to... Okay, yeah. I think I see what I've done. I think I wanted it to be like a little ring more. Let's try. Can I just delete? Oh yeah, I think it will. Just do that for me. Let's try something a little more like this. Maybe it goes in a little bit more. And then add another one here, sort of. A lot thinner than what I am currently drawing. Come on. Yeah, something like that, maybe. That looks a little bit more like what the actual thing... She's like wearing... Like, in the actual thing, she's like wearing these big old gloves. And, I don't know. I'm kind of taking a little bit of artistic license there with that. Though I'll color them, but they're like big old bulky gloves. And... Oops. That is not what I wanted to happen. Curious how that will look on stream. Let's save. I think some of it will be more clear once it's, I think that's part of it is like, yeah, I think some of it will be more clear once I color it in, because this will all be like the same color, and that'll sort of help it read as glove, and like, rather than like sleeve with cuff, which I think is probably what it looks more like right now. Let me double check that, how that looks. Yeah, because it's like, this is actually like not even, like this looks like arm right now, because I'm keeping it pretty simple. But that's actually like sleeve for the shirt that she's wearing under the, oh, this ended. Alright, let's move on to, alright, do we want another Pokemon song or a Mario song? I'll let you guys pick. While I move on to the other arm. But this is... I don't know what you would call this, necessarily. This, like... I'm gonna even bring this down a little bit more. Well, let's get the other arm. And then... Floop. Mario? Okay. Let's do this then. This is also... It's not quite the same sort of, like, nostalgic chill, but I like this. I like this. And I think it's a good... You know, Hub World music definitely has a very strong, just like you could listen to it forever vibe. Alright, let's... There we go. Sort of set myself up for failure on this glove here because I did not really outline it very well. I think maybe I thought I was going to draw the hand a little bit bigger. We'll kind of try to... There we go. Just like... Yeah, that's good enough. Move that line in a bit. Yeah, I love cheese. Okay, these transform points are definitely a plus of the vector layer. It's not Mario Galaxy 2, it's Mario Galaxy 1. Comet Observatory, aka much, much better than whatever weird planet. I bet whatever music that weird planet thing has. I don't know if we necessarily... We do it more like... Just sort of... Yeah, okay, that'll work. And then we'll just sort of... And then head will sort of define the rest of that. It's stylized. It's simple and stylized, and I'm not very good at... I'm not very professional, I should say, at art yet. I kind of have to... It's important to know your skill level. And to... Oh boy, I set myself up with another tangent right there. Okay, let's do... Let's move this in a little bit. This also needs to go down anyway. Hopefully the color will help differentiate. Yeah, there. I don't know, does anybody know what this kind of cloth is called? Again, avoiding these tangent lines that I keep creating for myself. How does that look? Gotta kind of check in whenever I go off script. Alright, I'm missing something up top here. Or, no, I think that the color will help clear that up. I think that'll be more clear with color. Because this is also supposed to be shirt. This is it's a I'm king of tangents in a lot of ways. It's like an overshirt. I'm gonna bring this in a bit to sort of help define it. Maybe this will even help you guys understand what I'm talking about. I need to get rid of the text from the mock-up. Where is the text? Nope. There we go. It's like a shirt that she's wearing over her shirt, but it it doesn't even make it down to her waist, and it's not like buttoned up or anything here. It's just kind of hanging. This is a belt. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's like a big fat. It's a weird big belt. Again, I don't quite understand. I don't know if crop top really... Because I feel like a crop top still, like, you know, goes here. It's like a jacket. I guess, like, if you had a crop top jacket, it would look kind of like this, but it doesn't, like, it's not even supposed to connect. There's, like, no sort of connection here. I drew this belt very lopsided in my sketch. This is supposed to sort of show that the belt is pushing it up. I'll raise that up a bit. Actually, the belt should be like here. The crest of it should be like up here. Should turn this over. Right, the plus should be like here, because that's where like the center of her is. So let's redo some of these lines. So it should go up. It's a little, even more. really should already... In fact, I think I need to just erase this. Freestyle it. Let's get the belt in first, and then we can fix that. Okay, I guess it's just a cropped jacket. Oh no, okay, yeah. Because it's got short sleeves. I don't know. I don't know clothes. I wear the same, like, 7 t-shirts. No, I've got more than 7. But I wear the same, like... Let's bring that up here. I know I need to spread the lines out more. There we go. No, because I'm still crusting it. Okay, we'll start it up here, and then we'll bring it down. That. That'll look better, I bet. And... Yeah, that definitely gets the perspective, at least to my eye, of what I'm going to try to finish it off with later. And then do it, it'll be like extending past her. And that's the rest of her dress. Might have to work on that a lot. Bring the rotation back in. This line. Okay. I've sort of shifted it a little bit. I think this better does the belt. And then what do we need to do for the center? I think I'll probably just do that with color instead of line art. Let's get this back. Okay, yeah, and then we want that to come down a little bit more. Keep following the line of action though. Okay, there we go. Alright. Is that about what I wanted? Let's see. Oh, okay, I gotta finish the hair. It's funny the things that you, like, don't remember that you haven't done yet until you... And we should also put a bit of hair back there, too. It's all black, so I don't know why I'm, like, doing line art for it when it's just all gonna merge, but it's the hair behind her, too. Okay, how does that look? Okay, again, the eyes will get later. Let's zoom out and see. Yeah, that's about what I was going for. Again, the eyes look weird because we're going to fix those later. Oh, the eyebrows. I haven't done the eyebrows. I was going to say, her expression looked weird because I haven't done the eyebrows. Am I on the right? No, I am not. Let's get that back there. Back on the right layer. Oh, I'm sitting on the bad chair. I forgot that they put the... There we go. Got a little thinner. Higher. I think that's better. Well, I mean, yes, she has eyebrows now. I think I'm also going to put a mark here. It's a little tangent. Actually, then we'll do it like... It's still a little tangent, but hopefully the color will help with that. Yeah, I think the color will probably help with that. It's not as tangent as it could be. Okay, I think I'm pretty satisfied with this so far. I think we need to move on to the next one. yeah. There's also line art touch-ups that I'll do if we probably after the stream or once I get into color. All right, let's get up to boy here. And we'll even take out the background line art to show that we have completed that section. Okay. Again, hopefully that'll look a lot more clear with color. You gotta sort of think ahead like that. This guy, I've also I might have to go off script a bit because I've done some funky stuff with his positioning. But again, I think if I sort of draw things out better, it should look good. Alright. Are we on the right layer? The correct layer? Yes, I think so. Okay. Nope. Ugh. Okay. This guy is supposed to be a thief. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to... These goggles don't make sense the way that they are. They would one would go here and one would go here, the way that they're sort of set up right now. If you pulled that down. Also, I don't know if this is supposed to really look like a traffic, or what is it? Like one of those classic plane hats. Actually, I kind of want to keep this I did not do it intentionally, but I kind of like this weird, I'm going to zoom in a little more, this weird wavy chin thing that I sort of did by accident here. I don't know if I can really recreate it. Huh, that's not bad. Where is this guy? Call him. I can call them then. Yeah. We can, I need to draw more of it, and then we can mess around with head shape a bit. I change layers. Oh, this is what I need to do. I need to shrink this folder. There we go. I don't need any of the sketches. Okay, now I can see all of my layers. Anything else you guys want me to talk about? You guys, I assume people watching this are interested in the Haxan Slash show. Of the people that are here. Gave this guy big old eyebrows, huh? Look at that. I don't know what color I'm going to make these, so I will sort of line art them out. We can again transform it later. I need to remember that I have the transform tool, so I should really just focus on getting everything out, and then I can probably off stream I can go in, I can adjust the lines more clearly. Get the nose. I like the nose that nose better than the nose that I did. Okay, we can do that. That's a little low, but I can pull that up. This needs to be, yeah. Again, we'll hit that with the eyes. Hi, Beep Boop. I can't remember if I know who Beep Boop is. I can't remember if I'm supposed to reveal it or if it's supposed to be like a secret. Get the eye first. Trying to be better about drawing with my shoulder rather than my wrist. But I spent a lot of time when I was first starting to learn how to draw doing wrist drawings. You're supposed to draw with your shoulder more because it gives you more freedom of movement, stuff like that. If I even need to connect that, honestly. I'm kind of curious. We'll leave it and I can always add it later. You know, let's get experimental. It's not a commission or anything. It's just a... Oop. Are we saving? Are you saving it for me? I hope so. I don't like it when it hangs. It reveals a little something, but it doesn't... There's plenty of people who could be watching this or watching the VOD who would not necessarily narrow it down that much. Well, yeah, for Anna. Anna, you already know who it is. You definitely already know who it is, even without me saying anything. So you don't count. I don't. Dana, do you know who Beep Boop is? I'm guessing no. And she would like. She would know. Right. Which again, may be even revealing more information to her specifically. How does this look so far? Yeah, that's roughly what I'm going for. Give him that. Okay. I'm gonna maybe try... How do I want to approach this? This needs to be like here. So it's more like floop. 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 Doop. 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 Maybe more of a curve. And then... something more like that. That's probably good enough for it to read as goggles. It's funny that the goggles are sort of like much smaller than his anime eyes, but that's fine. Again, we can fix it in post if I feel like I really need to. Nice try, Dana. But see what I mean? Your secret's safe. Beep boop. There we go. You can see I've gotten warmed up a bit because I'm getting more of these lines on the first try. I'll use my... It's not bad. It's a little wider, but that's fine. Alright, and then we go up and over with this. Maybe even bring this up a little higher than it was. Let's rotate. Yeah. So let me see. Or is it? I don't know what you're saying, or is it to? Is it Beep Boop? Yeah, by the way, if you're watching this somewhere out there in the internet, you can find... I probably should have put it in, like, my description, now that I think about it. But, there is a doodle poll for when we're gonna schedule this thing to this show, this episode of Hacks and Slash to go out. Actually, maybe should have kept that line. Yeah, that works. Right now, there's like a rough idea of when it's going up, at least from my perspective. It down all the way. Get his weird anime hair. What is this? I have no idea what I was trying to do there. Is there something? Is that supposed to be something? No, he's just got... Honestly, his hair is a lot thinner and more spiky in the original. But, I have no idea what this was supposed to be. Is it supposed to be another cowlick? I don't know. I wonder what build this thief was going for. Sonic Blow, Katara critical, full dodge, whatever the poison skill set was. I don't know what the thief classes are in Ragnarok. Yeah, aviator hat is the name of the hat that this is. Chicka chow. Actually, I don't like some of these lines. Just... Yeah, that's not quite the original design, but it'll work. It's good enough. So let's see how that looks without the background. Yeah. Again, I'm definitely going to be relying on the color to carry a lot of the conversation. Yeah, Anna, you're supposed to be a thief expert. What D&D class do you think this thief was? Like, well, obviously thief, but I meant more like what D&D, like, thief specialization do you think he is? This is a collar. Go. Whoop. It's a shoulder. Weird shoulder blade thing. Actually, let's keep that. And we'll also sort of intersect it here. Can make that work. Twist. Actually, that'll work. Just is this. Actually, you know what? Well, I'll just use the control points later. Thief turns into assassin or rogue. Thieves themselves get double attack and improved dodge. Oh, hiding in venom. As an assassin, they get a bunch of skills. I don't know because they never made. Well, the other guy, like I think he is an assassin technically. Or no, he was a thief. He was definitely going for assassin. The secret is that I've kind of mixed these up from the actual canon. From the stories that we did. A bit. But that guy was definitely looking for murder. A flying thief. Because of his aviator hat and goggles. I can see that. So, oh, I've still got the eraser on. It's like, why is the line not draw? Okay, yep. Always give a default increase to critical hit, and people make builds around that. I know there's some kind of poison skill that everyone uses, red gemstones, that nobody ever uses. Did you start playing Ragnarok Online again because of this podcast? Because of this hacks and slash? Is that what this is supposed to look like? I don't know what I'm... Oh yeah, this is like a weird shoulder pad thing that actually probably looks better than what I originally sort of sketched under it. Okay. Man, the thief girl outfit is weird. It is very strange. Okay, so now we pull his chest out. Wrap this around. It's fine. It's got like a weird, just like a strap across his chest that does not appear to be doing literally anything. I really don't understand what the purpose of this is, except just to sort of break up the color. And then like, I don't know how I was doing this. I think I'll convey that with color. I think that'll be better than line art. I'm just sort of trying to give this a little bit of dimension. Fun waltz time. I used to play Ragnarok like once a year for like a week over the last 20 years or whatever, but I haven't bothered with it in like 5 years. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, like, I would say that, like, the game that I had that was kind of like that, obviously not the same genre at all, but, Overwatch. I was really into Overwatch, for a while. I mean, I'm sure if you listen to the podcast, there's, like, definitely a period where it's, like, every single time we talk about games we've been playing in recent times, it's like, yeah, Overwatch, huh? I should make this 2 lines. And I've basically fallen out of it completely at this point. It's definitely one of those games where it's like if you're not paying attention like the whole time, you're just not going to be able to follow it anymore. Just give him this little fluff. It's got like fur on his sleeve, coming out of his sleeve. Is he cold? Is he a cold thief? Apparently so. Let's get that little hand going. See, this guy's gonna end up looking like he's wearing mittens. No, that is not the intent. Just... No, more like that. Yeah, that'll work. Again, color will probably be selling a lot of this. A lot of these designs are going to be relying pretty heavily on color. I think I need to, like... Yeah. There we go. That honestly not take as long as I thought it would for this guy. How is it so hot where you are? You're not that much further south than I am. It's January. I mean, it's almost February, but it's January. Let's take a look without the rough. Yeah, I like that well enough. Let's zoom out some. Yeah, I gotta mess around with some of those lines, but roughly what I wanted. I think actually though, I think that leg needs to be different. I think it needs to be more like out here. Like, well, not quite like that, but he needs more. His back is like, he's got like no waist, I think, the way I've sort of done this. Let's erase the line and get a sense of it. He is very thin, the way I've sort of done this. I think it's because there's an apartment above and below me, and I assume they're running their heat. We have windows open. Is it hot outside? Or if it's only hot it's somehow only hot inside. That gives me too much of like a butt. It's too, like... Yeah, that should work. Alright, I've got another Mario queued up, and another Pokemon queued up. Or I can try to look at it. She's not throwing, she's like holding her hands up to like her chest, her heart, and being like, oh no. But also, didn't she say that she felt like throwing up at several points? I don't know, she's just like, she's clutching her heart. outside needs to be above 55 degrees. I don't think maintenance gets to decide how hot it is outside. Or do you just mean that someone like isn't downstairs but they left their heat on to make sure that it wouldn't get too hot or too cold rather? All right, let's see. Did I get the line art right with all this? That's a little tangent. Let's bring this. Can I just grab this line? That's what I'd like to do. Can I just like go like just put that like there. Bring it in a little bit. Ooh, are you saving? Man, this vector stuff is weird. I'm still not used to it, but I definitely should get used to it because it'll definitely help a lot with a lot of this stuff. I think this looks good. I don't know any chill Ragnarok tunes. All right, I'm putting on we're just gonna alternate. I'm gonna put on Snow Point City. This is winter. This is winter music. This is north. This is apparently whatever when they were trying to invoke the feeling of the northernmost point of Hokkaido, Japan. This is the music that they picked. I assume they like went there, right? Sinnoh is supposed to be based on Hokkaido, which is like this big island above the north, to the north of like what we consider mainland Japan, or they're like the main island. The only place I've ever seen in it is like the northernmost city, just because like that sometimes shows up when they want to establish that a character has gone as far north in Japan as you can go, and there's like this particular statue that's like put right at the bay at that point. So mates, I would assume that Snow Point is supposed to sort of be based on that city. Just because, yeah, it even has like the harbor in it too. Though they put the harbor sort of to the east, southeast. But that's interesting. If slash when, because it really feels inevitable at this point, we get to Gen 4 remakes, I'm curious if the allusions to Hokkaido become like more pronounced. Right? The idea of basing a region off of a specific area, I don't know, I feel like before they were just sort of broadly using Japan as sort of inspiration. And it wasn't really until Gen 5 when they moved outside of Japan that it felt like they were really trying to reference more stuff, like make it a lot more evident. It was especially in Gen 6, I think it is, where they did France, and they went ham on all the France references. Let me just sit up. It's only been about an hour. I'm making good. I mean, if my goal was to finish the line art in around 2 hours, I'm definitely on track for that. Though it does seem like I probably won't get to do much color tonight. I think in the future I might need to use a different pen tool. And I might even be able to sort of change this in post. This line art I have to actually make sense because I am coloring her hair. Despite the fact that she is colored pink, she is going to have a very strong blue aesthetic. because that is what the fan fiction prescribes. Also, I have definitely the thief, or well, no, not the thief, the acolyte outfit is actually pretty tame compared to a lot of the ones that I saw for Ragnarok Online. But hold on, I got some messages I might want to look at. What am I doing? Oh, okay. I got your thing. But I don't have a I don't have a big loop. I'll try it because right now I'm doing like YouTube videos that are like 30 minutes long. But we can definitely, I'll put that in the queue once we get through Snow Point. That actually looks kind of nice. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I was doing with this. I definitely love like not sort of connecting hair. I feel like that gives it a better sense of being hair when the lines aren't super connected, because like it's hair, right? It's not one like solid thing. It's kind of like messy. So I might even leave that like that. Yeah, you can kind of hit it with color. Let's go. Something I wanted to do is I want to move this back a bit, because right now it looks like she's got like one big long nose thing here, and that's fine, but not quite the aesthetic I wanted to go for with her. I just want to leave that connected. Yep. I'm not usually one for girl character have eyelash, so you know our girl. But I think in this case, actually, I want to redo that. It does sort of get the like the sort of broad idea of what I'm trying to get the point across in this particular case. There we go. Yeah. Just like the way that the fan fiction sort of treats girl, girl. Definitely sort of how it feels like it's going for. I don't really like this other eyebrow. Just like that. Yeah, that works better. I don't know if this helps or not. Yeah, I think like that it does. Okay. Let's work on this shoulder. I can't confirm. Have eyelash, am girl. Yes. But I tend, in my own character designs, I tend to avoid it. But yeah, this one, this outfit was like weird. I mean, it's like it's a nun outfit basically. Like the full CG has like the nun hat. I don't know what it's called, but that's why like this sleeve is sort of poofy. Make sure we're getting all the way down here. And it's got like this exposed leg and this light, right? You got this going on. In fact, originally you could see the leg in the original sketch, and then I kind of moved her down, so maybe so we can still see that, just to sort of reference the original more clearly, and to sort of give it like Give it a better sense of like her pose. Get that line of action clear. Yeah, I think that'll work. Just being able to see the leg and get the line of action with that. It's not what she wears, right? People can wear whatever they want, but like the idea of what was being originally right? It's a difference between someone who wears something and someone who has a costume designed for them to convey a particular thing, right? You wear clothes, and I know you're not really actually arguing this, I'm just sort of following my own train of thought. You can wear clothes for yourself and not intend to convey anything, but if you are a drawing, you do not necessarily have that luxury, right? Then it's all about, if you are a drawing, you exist, or at least if you're a drawing that anyone sees. I guess I don't want to be, to a certain extent, right? It's not universal, but like broadly speaking, from a character design perspective, if you are a drawing, you exist to convey something, and the clothes you wear are a conscious decision to convey that thing. Not by the character, obviously, but by the person who drew it. She would not hold a person to the same standard in that case. Yeah, you say that as I'm on the hands, right? That's the common answer. I actually, like, I spent a lot of time just getting comfortable drawing hands, even if they're, like, bad. Just so that I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm the guy, I can't draw hands, that's the thing I don't like drawing. So, like, even if they're not, like, great, I still kind of enjoy, like, the characterization that comes from drawing hands. Speaking of, great, I want to change something about one of these hands. I would definitely say feet, though. I have not really done a lot with feet. I need to do some more, like, foot study. So, the weirdest way, perhaps I could possibly put it. Why is this, like, up? There we go. But, like, with a lot of things, it's like, I've not necessarily, I wouldn't consider myself good. I'm still very, rely on, like, cartoon and, like, that sort of symbolism in a lot of the stuff that I make. But with a lot of that, like, there are certain things where it's like, well, I probably can't draw this in a way where it's like, yes, that looks good, but there's certain points where it's gotten to, like, yes, that clearly conveys what I want it to convey. And, like, even if you would look at that as, like, well, it's not a good, you know, it's not a skilled drawing, but it is, I get what they're going for, at least. Favorite body part is definitely, like, face. That is where young Joseph's, like, I think I also want to maybe cut out this thumb a little bit. Is that thumb? Or is that pinky? Yeah, that's thumb. Thumb is on the outside. I'm putting my hands to my face like this to see where thumb is. But, like, I basically just drew faces. Not literally exclusively, but, like, oops, that is still on eraser. Basically, in a lot of my early drawings, like, bodies were just a means to an end to draw faces. These fingers need to be a little longer. There we go. And, like, you can see that, like, a lot of my earlier stuff was literally just stick figures, because it's like, I don't care about the body. I just want to draw the funny faces, saying words and doing stuff. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Yeah, that Looking at it now, perhaps that other arm, I think maybe we should probably go more like that. Yeah. Maybe bring it in even a little more. Yeah. Imply the thumb a bit. That color will take care of that. Oh, she doesn't have, like... Did I draw this in the actual thing? I guess it's supposed to be, like, here. Let's look at the reference. Nope, that's Acolyte. Priest. Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be, like... Okay, yeah, it's like a white, like, over thing. So we'll just sort of... We'll make that... We'll just sort of finish off the shape of the head, and then we'll color that white, and it'll hopefully be clear. And this is another case where I think I'll do this in color when I get to it. This one actually is going by pretty fast. Her design is pretty simple compared to the others. Yep. And I'm warmed up and hitting some of these lines on the first pass. And we'll have some hair back there. Just sort of line that up. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that for now. Save. And we will go to this guy. I'm thinking about changing this. Originally I wanted to show like the mouth here, but like I don't know. We can definitely do a Joseph's old drawings showcase. Oh, there we go again. At some point. Right, but like I kind of want to show, I don't know. We can sort of see, cuz like really this should be more like here. I'm just going to draw it kind of wavy. It should be more like here. Right? It should come to the same point that this does. And I've sort of cheated it down so that you can see his mouth. And I don't know. After sitting on it for a while, I think it looks weird. And I think maybe like I feel like the emotion still gets conveyed even if you can't like see this, right? If you block that out, I think the emotion still the emotion is really being carried by his expression here, and the fact that his mouth is covered up. Yes, as we've learned over the past year, mask is supposed to cover the mouth. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to bring this up and we're just not going to have this. Because I don't know. I don't like how it looks. I mean, this has nothing to do with distancing. It's not... Man, I'm drawing decent circles. I can tell I'm warm up because I can like... Well, that... I can... Now I can't do it. Now I'm in my head about it. But I was drawing pretty good circles there. Alright. Got 40 minutes to do this guy. And then he might take it because, like, this is going to be fun. These are, like, weird bandages that he's got across his chest or something. I don't know. Oh, and then these, like, arm slicer holder things. And then, of course, you've got belts. And then just, like, classic this and pants. This is the this is pants rectangle right here. This shows that this is pants because there's a rectangle here. If this wasn't here, you wouldn't know it was pants. Yeah, I do think, unironically, like the eyes carry enough of the expression, and the fact that he covers his mouth, like right, like obviously I'm taking that off of the character design, but like that is also an emotional choice that sort of shows that he is reserved, right? And that's also like why he's looking this way, because right, she is looking at him You know, I'm trying to draw like subtle contrast, right? These guys aren't looking at each other, and they're both concerned. They both sort of have the same sort of concern, nervous, like what's going on, sort of feel. And then here, these two, right? She is looking at him. He is not looking at her. She is like worried, and he is like angry. Oop, too much. You know, I'm trying my best here. All right, let's actually start drawing this guy. I don't know, all this hair maybe is intimidating to me, but we can start with face. That's another tangent that I've sort of set myself up for here, but we can work with that. Actually, this should just continue. Now, Dana, I know you've played WoW. Has anybody else here played ML? This is an MMO, right? Beep boop. I'm pretty sure it is. I think let's do this one first. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. I think that looks better. Probably won't be able to tell until I draw the rest of his head, but... Alright, let's get these eyes going. I don't know about, like, increased crit builds. Oh, this is more angled down. In games in general. Well, I know you haven't played Ragnarok Online, but played MMOs. Okay, so how does that look? That looks alright. Might tweak those lines a little bit, but let's get all up in here. This guy's got square eyes, so you know that he's not a nice guy. Nice guys have round eyes. This guy's got square eyes. That's how you know he's a bad dude. Who's capable of murder. Only murderers have blocky rectangles. Shape language is fun. Now, if he was, like, supposed to be an evil character, then he'd have to have triangle eyes, because triangles are supposed to be evil. Unless it's like this. Well, here. What if I did an eye like... Does that look evil? Does that look like an evil eye? Doesn't really, right? Probably because it's, like, big. Maybe shape language isn't all it's cracked up to be. I don't think I ever really got into MMOs. I think the closest thing I had was this weird free-to-play Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends Flash game that was basically an MMO without other people. But, like, you still did, like, the daily quests and all of that. Like, it definitely had that same sort of vibe. This to be a bit bigger. Still thin at the tip. There we go. Giving this guy some weird hair. He's got weird hair. He's got weird hair. Hair. It's not like a bottom, does it? Oh, no, I didn't want it to. It just sort of goes down. Like, give it a little more spikiness. And you can always edit it more. Then we've got behind my microphone. No, that's fine, actually. Yes, I actively choose not to play MMOs. You're correct. I will not hide behind that. But there was also another time where I passively didn't. But, like, I'm just... even, like, the, like, free-to-play gacha games. Or even, like, any game that, like, where the literal time of day, interacting with it every day, is not... it's hard to explain. I'm not necessarily good at it. But, like, situations where the actual, literal, real-world time frequency that you engage with the game is built into the game in any capacity. I tend to end up stressing out about playing the video game instead of having fun playing the video game. I mean, it's kind of, it's part of why I, like, sort of stopped playing Pokemon Go, even. Right? And Pokemon Go is not even that much, right? There's not really that much pressure to keep you in the game. I think that'll work for now. That's sufficiently spiky. Maybe something like that. Maybe if I do it like... Okay, I'm gonna redo this. This is not coming out right. Right, and I get why it's like ultimately in an MMO, you have to like that's part of the building of it. I'm not like upset at it. I understand that like that is built into it, and I can understand that like how for some people having that like, you know, I've definitely been in situations where I've been frustrated at games because they don't. Let me just delete these lines. There's a way to do that, right? I can just delete these. I just hit backspace. Yeah, there we go. It's better than what I've been doing. It's a learning experience. I understand that it's meant to be chill, but I can tell you from personal experience that for me it is not chill. It becomes stress. Okay, what if I just do it like this? There we go. That's better. It's more of what I want. Do it like... Yeah, that can work. Okay. I think the implication of the much more chill is that there are better games that don't force you to come back daily. Right, but like, not daily. I often go, I have periods where I just do not play video games. and anything that has the other component of it is like the online subscription component. And I just go through long periods. I will sometimes go through a long period where I just do not play game, and having to decide, oh, should I cancel my subscription? Am I wasting money by not playing game? It's just like a mental. It's just like a mental thing. It's not rational. It's just monkey brain thing. And I have learned to just stop trying to fight my monkey brain on certain things like that, so that I have energy to fight it on other things. Like... Please, Joseph, you're part of Game Cola. You telling me there are periods where you do play video games? I've actually... Despite, you know, the whole thing I just went over about periods where I don't play video games, I played a lot of video games this past, even like more than a month. With all the Mega Man stuff I've been going through, the X Collection and the what's the other one? The Zero ZX Collection. I've been playing video games. Oh, okay, that would be better. Just take this whole line. Are we done with that? Okay. I can go in here. We can listen to Jetty's. Jetty heard that I was talking about Ragnarok and sent me something. So we can play that. It's only 4 minutes long. Ooh, spooky. Let's save. Might be a little quiet because it's not tuned with YouTube. Let me know if you can hear this. What is this? Does anybody know what part of the game this is from? If Jetty's still listening, maybe he'll answer. Boo boy. Okay, I don't know if my computer likes playing off of Discord. Playing audio off of Discord like this is sort of lag things out a little bit, it seems like. That's good. You can hear it. Oh, you know what? I think that's the old... I think I just never erased the, This is supposed to go all the way out, and I just never erased it. This is the theme of Prontera, which is kind of the central town in the game. So like the main hub. It's like the main hub theme, basically. Yeah, okay, well, something fixed. I'm also thinking that maybe I made the line width a little too thick. I wanted to go a little bit thicker than I had for the underlying art, but maybe I shouldn't have. I think, again, I'm going to do thicker lines for the for just like the outer sections of the bandages, and then maybe like on the inside I'll do I will do more I'll do like the colors to sort of differentiate. I think I want this to come a little more hard. Oh yeah, this guy's also wearing a cape. I don't know if I made that super clear in the line art here, but he really is got a cape of all things going on. That is not a straight line. Straight line. Straight line. Straight line. There we go. Let's see how we're doing on time. We'll definitely go 2 hours and see how I feel. I might just go to midnight and I'll get started on some color. Get this belt in. Work. Get that pants rectangle. And his pant belts. See, I played Final Fantasy IX for a while too. I really liked that one. Way better than Final Fantasy XIV, which I played in free trial and gave up on. Tries them on and off. It is interesting that Final Fantasy does like it is weird for a series to have some installments that are an MMO and the rest are single player RPGs. It's strange to me that that is the case. I think one of the implicit streamer rules is actually that you're not supposed to just sing along to your background music. Like, that's not content. But gosh darn it, sometimes it's just very singable music. In fact, we had a whole podcast about how this is a very nice song. Well, it wasn't the whole podcast, but it was part of the podcast. I might just do that. Worry less about tangents. Okay, let's... Alright. We gotta attack this now. These weird bandages. No, I don't want that to intersect there. Okay, we'll pull you up a bit. Probably should have just kept it rotated. Take a lot of investment compared to most. WoW is technically that. World of Warcraft was a single player game originally. I think it's just Warcraft. Right, but they didn't call World of Warcraft like Warcraft 4. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be one thing if they just had, oh yes, we have the Final Fantasy series, and now here is Final Fantasy Online. But instead it's like, yes, you're playing through this game series, and all of a sudden one of them is an MMORPG. And it's just labeled in the series like that's not a weird thing, that it suddenly turns into that. What does his neck look like? What's going on there? Oh yeah, he's got like this weird like... I don't know. I don't really know what it's supposed to be, but it's like... Goes in like this. And then... This should really be more like... Here. Be more like... It's more of a... scarf looking thing. Just do it like that and color it in. Different color. It's tangent. Just sort of do it like that. That'll be fine. Color it slightly differently. Fix that line art. Okay, let's go back to bandages. No, sorry, I had my reference pulled up. I can see what people are saying. Warcraft 2, and StarCraft, the RTS games, Warcraft 3. Went in kind of a weird direction and didn't like. World of Warcraft built on that. Never really get into it. Lots of Star Wars. Yeah, I mean they are like there's not like a coherent story across the Final Fantasy games. So like that does help, but it's just weird that like in a numbered, I don't know. It's weird that a numbered series like completely changes genres like that. Even if there's like significant gameplay, like significant design choices are one thing, but like gameplay genres feel like another. Like we need that there. Yeah, I can figure that out. Alright, let's look at this. This might be done. Get 15 to 45 minutes of coloring in. Oh no, his cape! I almost forgot his cape! Can't forget the cape. We'll just... Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll just... Actually, that looks alright. Kind of makes the pants look a little baggy. Alright, let's have a look at this. This looks weird. Yeah, this should... Let's just zoom in on that and... It's a little weird, but he's just got bandages wrapped all around him. Like, what does that even mean? Why does he have that? I don't understand the purpose, the physical purpose of why one would do such a thing. I don't know. Alright, let's start putting color in. Let's get some color going on this. Just sort of get started on that. Gotta make some layers. Again, I'll go in and I'll clean up a lot of the line art. I think normally I would probably go into tweaking the line art, but just for the sake of variety, can hit up some colors. See how we feel in 15 minutes. Okay. So we take this, we put it under the vector layer. Okay. First step will be pretty straightforward. Can I bucket? I can't. The only problem with the way that I do this is that I can't use the bucket tool. Wish I had some. Is there like just hard? I don't want realistic. I just want like solid. Maybe I should use that for this. Oop. Would like that without the weird curve. Did I fix it? Hello? Hello? It's not going whoom at me, which makes me think that maybe it's figured itself out. I'm seeing excellent connection. Ran downstairs. There we go. Yeah, Wi-Fi is back. Wi-Fi is back. I don't know why this happens sometimes. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. I think everything should be good again. Got audio. Yeah, that just happens sometimes at the place that I am currently at. Let me know if you can hear me again. You should be able to. I should be streaming again. Okay. Well, I'm going to start coloring, and we'll just see what happens. Alright. Okay. So, let's get this. Use a bigger brush. Whoop. Color in this hair. That's a little. That's pretty dark. Let's lighten that up just a smidge. Yeah, there we go. Well, no, because then now it kind of looks weird against the line art, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll do that pitch black. It'll be striking. We'll put some sheen in it too. So this is probably not the best way to go about coloring in images. And with a lot of line art, people would actually like close up their lines so they could just use the bucket. But I am not like that. At least the way that I do this now. Shrink this brush size down. Can anyone hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. Maybe I need to refresh this page. Hold on. I'm going to try refreshing the page. That would have my chat. Oh, actually, you know what? It's probably not showing up on stream. Oh, there we go. Okay, I can see you now. Is the chat scrolling on the stream? It does not look like it is. Hang on. Yeah, hold on. Can I refresh this? How do you refresh a pop-out? Okay. This might break things for a second. Hi, Anubhav. Thank you for coming. I'm not coloring on the line layer. I'm coloring on the girl color layer. Look at that. See, it says girl_color. Yeah, when you showed up, I think my Wi-Fi just died. I had to run downstairs and fix it. Okay, I'm going to... Can I really not just, like, refresh the pop-out? Okay, what if I do... Close that. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Let me see if I can fix the chat real quick. Oh boy, okay. Alright. Okay, this is gonna look scuffed for a second. Alright, where even is that? Where did it go? Okay, well, let's do... Can you really not show me this, please? Okay, just because we're not going to be going on for that much longer. I mean, we'll probably go on for a bit, but we just won't have visual chat, and I will figure out how to make that not an issue in the future. Part of this is a learning experience. I'm going to pull this back. Yes, you can see the color. So right now, I am working on the thumbnail for the upcoming Hacks and Slash episode. Can make that a little bit bigger. Yeah. Oh yeah, the way this line art came in is weird. Maybe I should have used this for the line art, honestly. In fact, hold on. I'm going to try something that I saw that you could do. This is just line width. I think there is a way to change the tool. Since they're vectors, I think you can change the tool. Like you can say as if you drew it with another tool. You can definitely change the... that's something to fit. That's something I'll have to look up. For now, we'll just pretend like this is what we're doing, and I will do some research in the future. Hacks and Slash is the Game Cola podcast where we read fan fiction about video games, that is, and the fan fiction itself is of questionable quality. So sometimes it's good and just kind of funny. Sometimes it's bad and funny. We try to make it funny. And this is the season 3 premiere is what we will be doing soon. Yeah, the way this line art is showing up, I'll definitely want to mess around with it. So we are going to be we're gonna be premiering it sometime soon. There's a doodle poll on the Game Cola Twitter and in the Game Cola Discord. Just search Game Cola and you can find Game Cola things, and you can vote on when we do the live premiere where we'll all be in chat on the gc.net YouTube channel. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but again, this is the first time I've really used Clip Studio Paint for anything of this scale, so it's a learning experience. I'm definitely learning. It's definitely happening. The effect that I'm sort of accidentally getting with this is very interesting. Again, I will mess around with it at some point. This is under... Oh, it's... No, now... See, now, Jetty, you messed me up. Now I'm on the vector. see. Okay. How much did I do on the... Okay, there we go. You jinxed it. Okay. Yeah, it is the... I mean, it's a lot of fun, and it's our most popular Game Cola podcast. For sure. So I kind of wanted to do this, in part to help motivate me to finish the thumbnail, but also in part to sort of advertise that it's happening. Because, like, the way, you know, the YouTube algorithm works, people may not see the first one when it premieres, and it'd be really cool if we could get a bunch of people at the, like, premiere in the chat. You know? I don't know. I mean, I'm not great at it. It's definitely more hobby level. And again, I have not really used Clip Studio Paint at all. Well, I've used it a bit, but I'm still learning a lot. I have not, for one thing, I have not colored with it before, and like here I am learning that I need to figure out how to do some stuff with the vector layer and this line art to account for it, because the way that I've done it right now is not really conducive to the way that I have done line art in the past. Line art and coloring in the past. But we'll get this working a bit. Get some stuff sort of laid down. And I think what I'll do is I'll work on this character. YouTube does let you see past streams, but this is I think this is also the first time that I have ever streamed on this channel. I put some stream VODs, but pretty much all the other times I've streamed have been on either a Twitch channel or on the Game Cola YouTube channel. This is very anime, but that's sort of what I was going for, because this is a very anime game. Yeah, I definitely want to mess around with the vector line art stuff, which I will want to do off stream because it'll involve a lot of Googling. But what I want to do is sort of get the color down and then mess with the settings and see how it will look. But, like, you know, I'm liking how there's still things that I like about what we're seeing so far. Like, I definitely like how the color is framing her face a lot better now. Now that I've got color in it. But you can see some of my past, a lot of my content really is on the Game Cola YouTube channel, gc.net. But I figured this was sort of not quite Game Cola content, so I put it on. I wanted to do it on. I figured it would be better to do it on this channel. Okay, let's see. This is sort of like a pale pink. Like that. Sort of cream. That's even still a little bit too pink. Wow, no, that's even still pink. Maybe more like that. That's not pink enough. Yeah, that'll work. Went a little too far in there. Sorry, I pulled the reference up. And when I pull the reference up, I cannot see chat. And I think this will look better once we get the other colors in, because like there's supposed to be a mixture of red in here. That is part of this whole shebang. Yes, no, Flying Manta Rays is an old classic that I am still very much fond of. I made that before Davidson even. Before I went to college. Or no, I think I made that in college. I came up with a song before college. I think I did it freshman year. It's hard to do much with that though, because that is, you know, it's not really parody, because parody is supposed to be like you're supposed to have some sort of critique or mockery of the original work. Get that later. And that's just using the same song, the same background music to sing a different song. But it's fun. It's very much like that era. Maybe not even that era of YouTube. I need to lift this up more so that when I hit undo, it doesn't undo that much. But it takes a lot of effort for that, and also like, especially with the way things get demonetized these days. It's not really a format that is sustainable. But it was fun for a one-off. And once I get these colors in, I should also just, if I don't like them, I should be able to go in and just change the color. But once we get the colors in, I think it'll also help make a lot of these lines like actually read as something. So right now they kind of don't. You get a sense of like what she's actually wearing. Okay, that's that. Alright, what color is her like shirt? It's like a darker, it's more like a red. Darker. Still like kind of gray. Maybe a little bit more saturated. Yeah, I think this works. It's a little soft. I may just saturate these colors more to make them pop better for a thumbnail. But this is the basic idea of it. Probably make this brush a little bit bigger. This section. It's funny that like this is not like I think she was green in the original like soft sketch. Thanks for stopping by, Anabov. Is my chat? Oh no, the chat. Yeah, that must have been it. I saw an old message from Jetty. I think it might be outdated. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm just gonna do this one character in color, and then I can mess around with vector stuff off stream. Yeah, this is also like, so here, like this may clear things up. This is also the same material. Sort of conveys this sort of youngness, I guess. I don't know. The long sleeves. You don't get to be short sleeves until you're cool. Only cool people wear short sleeves, apparently. According to Ragnarok Online. That's right, I just don't have chat on right now. Or, like, not visible on stream. But it's a learning experience, and that's why I want to do some of this on my own channel rather than make a mess on the GC.net channel with certain things. Clean that. And is this also the same color? I think it is. Oh no, this is like the same color as the we're just gonna pull this back up because I don't feel like looking for more. This is actually this color. In the key art, it is I think it's lighter because of like it's set up in a lighting way. Is this thing doing pressure sensitive stuff? What's going on with some of this? I think it is. Huh. I never really quite understand how the pressure sensitivity on some of this is. Oh, it's because it's on weird watercolor. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, let's just undo that so I don't have something weird going on. I don't think it was actually watercolor. I think it was, or not pressure stuff. I think it was just layering. But I think it was just then that I did that. So I shouldn't have to fix too much more. I mean, this definitely, I don't know, maybe other people are thinking it too. This definitely gives me Aerith vibes. I think this came out, yeah, this would have been after Final Fantasy VII. I don't know, like the costume design, obviously the hair is different. But like, or rather the color choices here that they made, to me, feel sort of Aerith-y. Alright, give her some nice brown gloves, right? They're kind of like a... Honestly, they're kind of the same material, it looks like. But I'm going to make them sort of redden it a bit. But I'm going to make them darker just so that it's sort of clear what's going on here. And I can always change it, but for now, maybe wash that out a bit more. Maybe a little bit more even. Yeah, there we go. That sort of matches the general aesthetic a bit. Might lighten those up a bit, but for now, we're basically just doing flats. Fix that later. Get this color in. I think after this it's just her face for flats. I don't know, maybe I'll make it the same color as the arms, but because that does look kind of weird. But for now, we'll just leave it like that. Honestly, the fact that she's wearing these big old gloves is kind of weird in general. And we'll do pretty pale. Nope, that's not pale enough. Not pink enough. Too pink. Maybe more this area. Yeah, that's more like what I want. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for now. That's still a little yellowy. Make it a little more red area, just to sort of match with. I like just moved it closer to the red, and like, I don't know, maybe it's indistinguishable. Give it a little, there we go. That's better. Oops, forgot that the hair is on the same layer here. Sort of just adding a little red to go with her overall aesthetic of reds and pinks. I don't know if that's actual art theory, or if you can really do that. Looks like there's some... Terrifying to me is when I say, yeah, it was way after Final Fantasy VII, but like Final Fantasy VII was closer to Ragnarok coming out than Ragnarok coming out to now. Like 4 or 5 years compared to 20 years. Yeah. I haven't quite... I don't know. It doesn't feel like... You know, every day we inch a little closer to me having stuff like that, but like... Honestly... I mean, like, the closest I feel like I've gotten is... Oh, wow. Mario Galaxy is in a, like... old games collection. Right? In that Mario thing. And it's like, you know, it's... What? 14 years-ish since Mario Galaxy came out. I'm trying to think. I mean, like, I was playing... I mean, I wasn't playing games when I was 4, so I haven't really... There aren't any games that I played 20 years ago. Yet. I'm gonna shrink this down a bit. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The fact that I draw these is more a motivation for me to practice putting together a full piece than it is about like me being really that concerned of how like much the video thumbnail will affect the video. Like, I still want to do like a good enough job that it will have a positive impact on the video, but like I try not to stress out about it, you know. It's really just like, because a lot of the time when I do projects, I get like perfectionist about it, because for personal projects, right, there's just no deadline. So having like these thumbnails to be like, I should bring that up a little bit, to be sort of a motivation to like do a whole thing from like start to finish is good. I mean, I still really like that Shadow the Hedgehog. I forgot about her belt. I still need to do the belt. That Shadow the Hedgehog video thumbnail, I really like that. Like, I think that's some of the best I have done. And so we've got like this dark brown here. Well, this'll maybe give it a little bit more cohesiveness if I do it like this. Because right now those gloves are just kind of sticking out, but if I sort of copy that into the belt, then it sort of becomes part of the aesthetic. I really like, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I really like how that thumbnail turned out. And I mean, like, I think it did well too. Like, it seems to have gotten people interested and invested in, you know, clicking on the video and continuing. I mean, same with, I don't know, the Hacks and Slash episodes that did the best, sort of long term, are definitely Rise of Pariti and Shadow the Hedgehog and the Mystery Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Rise of Pariti, I think, though, gets a lot from the fact that there are people out there searching for Pit and Viridi content, romantic content, and there is not a lot of it out there, especially on YouTube. And so, like, I look at the analytics, and we get like a lot of things that are just like just like Pariti, like, and like that's it. Needs more than that. Yeah. And I mean, like, Shadow the Hedgehog and the Mystery Pokemon Mystery Dungeon also sort of has that, like, search engine optimization of being, like, two popular things. So that helps it some, too. But I don't know. I feel like the thumbnail is part of the draw of that to an extent. I'm kind of just freestyling this at this point. But this color does actually help convey the the dimensionality of this a bit. Probably, it's a little rough, but like, probably won't read. Whoops. That does not look good. There we go. It doesn't need to, I mean, like, that's the thing. It doesn't, like, that's not a big deal. Like, it is nice when stuff like that can do well, but it's or for that reason, but like it's gotten to the point where it's Hacks and Slash is fairly self-sustaining. So like I wouldn't worry. I don't want to worry too much about like, oh, let's do the next big popular thing. And it's like also there's something to be said, like, yes, Kid Icarus Uprising isn't exactly what, like, looks alright. The gold on the belt looks a little weird, but I can work with that. That looks good for a start. And honestly, like, you can't even see the, I mean, like, maybe zoom in a bit more. The weirdness of the line art doesn't necessarily show up quite as badly as it does when you're all zoomed into it. But like, there's something to be said of like, hey, no one else though. There's not a whole lot of content about this thing, so anyone looking for content about this thing will find our stuff, right? Because it's popular enough that like, there's definitely people who are interested in it. Alright, I think that's good for now. I will go in and work on other stuff with this. Color in the rest of it, figure out the background. Oh man, did you hear my arm pop like that? Jeez. We'll get 100% of the people searching for Ragnarok Online fanfics on YouTube. That is probably true. But, well, thank you, anyone for watching, anyone who came and watched the VOD. I don't know. I might put together a speed paint of this just to see what it looks like. Just because it'd be interesting. But, you know, this was fun. I'll probably try to do more stuff like this when I have the chance. It's just I'm in a particular situations from time to time where doing my own streaming is easier and more straightforward. But if I have non-video game stuff that I want to do, then this is the channel that I will do it on. And I'm honestly kind of curious, you know, for all the people who have been subscribed to this channel, like just seeing this pop up in their feeds at some point. I probably need to go into the description and add links to like the stuff that this is referencing. But I am also getting kind of tired. It's midnight-ish here. Thanks everyone for coming out. Anyone who's watching the VOD later. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the podcast premiere too. I'm really excited. I'm resisting the temptation to go in the FTP and listen to it ahead of time. But I really should. If I'm gonna be there and active in the chat and be paying attention, I need to be fresh on it, so I won't get distracted. But you know, if you know about the poll and you haven't filled it out yet, but you were meaning to, now is the time to do it, because I think if it doesn't change significantly by like tomorrow morning, afternoon, I will lock in the time that is currently favored by everyone who has done the poll so far. So with that being said, have a good time of day wherever it is, whenever it is you are watching this stream, and I'll catch you later. Good night.